weekly review. It's week number 2, and I'm very excited to share the stats with you that I've kind of put together myself. So always remember that I'm doing my best over here to put the stats together. Like, it may not be 100% accurate, but it is like a high 99, like 99.1. So I mean, there might be slight discrepancies if someone else is keeping up with the numbers as well, but I'm just gonna say I ain't seen nobody keeping up with them. So I am happy to be here to lend you all the lens of the stats. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Remember, you can pause the disclaimer to read it, but please take everything that I say with a grain of salt. I am going to be going over week 2's numbers this week, and then we're gonna have our topic. Okay, let's do it. Hi everyone. All right, so for week 2, the total submissions for the entire week were 1,139. And I have it broken out in 2 categories. So Epic is leading right now. They have 390. Feels is at 319. And then Gripping is at 220. Most Laughs is at 210. Which is really interesting. I know a lot of people were expecting Feels to just dominate, but I will say from week 1 to week 2, it's not a huge increase. So I know that there are a lot of Feels creators still working on their series that we have not seen yet. So I think people are really giving their all for these for this contest, and they're definitely going to be putting their best foot forward. So I expect to see a mad rush. Like crash Webtoon site rush towards the end of the contest. Like, more people I think are taking this contest more seriously. And I don't know if it's just the time frame of everything. I don't know if the contest just fell into everyone's laps, and so a lot of people had at the right time, and so a lot of people had a lot of time to prep and prepare and make sure that they're putting their best foot forward. I know so many people really want to be originals, and I'm not knocking that. If you want to be an original, I love it. If you like it, I love it. Said someone who does not want to be one. So I just feel like this is a very cool concept to be a part of, no matter who wins. And just looking at the numbers in general, it's still a lot of submissions. Remember, only 40 people are going to win. So just based off of these numbers, that means that 1,100 people will not win. That's just crazy to think about. So just keep everything in relative perspective. Let's look at our popularity stats. Now, the way I'm doing popularity is I'm sorting it by the most likes, which is it may not be the most accurate, because obviously some people could have more views and some people could have more comments, but I felt like likes was a decent way to gauge engagement. And I felt like since Webtoons put it on its site, it maybe prioritizes likes more than the other ones. So I'm not sure. I think views is on there too. So maybe Webtoons prioritizes views and likes, but I feel like views, anyone can view. It actually takes effort to like. So that's kind of my reasoning on why I'm going by most likes instead of the other stats. So hopefully that's not confusing, but just so you know, a lot of these series are kind of in the top on views as well. So it's not too far of a stretch to be okay, these are the top series right now based off of popularity. So Love Struck, its crown, it's still reigning supreme. It is still number 1. Insanity. The person who created this series, I really feel like I want to read it. Just looking at the thumbnail, the characters look so vibrant. It looks so fun. It has a really nice art style. And so I feel like it's definitely something worth looking into, especially if you are a romance creator. You can kind of see the story, the audience, the fan base that they've cultivated, because I'm positive that their fans were set on supporting this series. There's no way they had this super high number without fan support, in my opinion, just because I don't think there's been a lot of engagement from the audience / reader side. So let's look at what they have posted, and I've added things as well to keep track of stuff, because I felt like some things were missing to give us more clarity about what's going on. So again, they've posted 4 episodes. The total number of likes that they have are 3,251. The number of subs is 3,292. That is insane. They have more subs than likes. Super crazy. And it's also super crazy that they're super high. Number of comments, this is total for all 4 episodes, is 188. The number of views is 17,687. Blowing my mind. That's like almost 20k. 20k views for 4 episodes. This thing is doing such good numbers. Like, it's dominating. It's reigning supreme, especially in Feels. So Feels creators, you better bring it. And then the last time they posted was March 11th, which is pretty decent in my opinion. Like it's still gaining a lot of traction despite the fact that it's been like almost 2 weeks since they posted. Hi. Rex said, dang, a lot in Epic. That's the category I plan to enter. It's honestly, in my opinion, the categories are not that full yet, which, hey, Rex, don't worry about it. Like, do not focus on numbers at this point. Just focus on finishing. Like, focus on finishing, and then you can focus on everything else, in my opinion. Jay said, I definitely think things will get crazy coming down to the end of the contest. Things will get crazy. There is no doubt in my mind that it's going to be insanity at the end of the contest, okay? Little Lonesome Sock, that is such a cute name. I'm actually surprised Most Laughs has the least entries considering it has the least panel requirements. I mean, it's not by much though. Like, isn't it 15 an episode for Most Laughs? But you have to do 6 episodes. So they're at 90, which, I mean, it's 120 for the other categories, so it's like a 30 difference, but it's still a lot. Like, and then the fact that the episodes have to be good enough for just 15 panels to stand on their own. Like, I feel like there's a lot involved in this. A lot. Lewis said, yo, I'm decently not too late. Hello. So glad that you could join. I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to talk to you, so shout yourself out. Tell us a little bit about you. I would love to find out more. Perry, what is up? To Hunt a Vampirist is a pre-existing series, but still relatively new, and I'm hooked. Ooh, is it good, Perry? Like, should I read? Like, I really liked the thumbnail. When I saw it, I was like, oh, this thumbnail kind of eats. So, like, I want some suggestions, Perry. Like, should I pick it up? I may not have time. I'm trying to support people in our Discord more. Like, I wanna support them. But I mean, granted, there's only a few episodes for a lot of these series. So if I can stick to reading like 1 series a day, I should be able to do minimum like 60 series, 50 series. I don't know how many days left are in the contest. Miss Milan. Hi, Miss Milan. Oh, I saw the Chronicles. It had such a unique art style. It was very cool. I was actually really surprised to see it in the top 3. We're going to get to that one in a second because, like, technically its numbers are kind of low. Will the submissions plateau? I think they will. I feel like Webtoons is wasting their prize pool with the quality of these entries. I don't know what you mean by that. Like, 1, they haven't picked the winners yet. 2, I don't necessarily agree with them wasting the money. Like, if Webtoons wants to pay a creator to make a series, that's well within their right, like any publishing house. And I feel like it's super disrespectful to say that to any creators who do win, that you don't like their story or don't like their art style. Art, comics, writing, novels, TV, movies, all of that is super subjective, and any of it with the right marketing, the right team behind it, can garner and build a pretty decent fan base that can return a significant revenue, in my opinion. Like, I respect your opinion. Like, you know, you can feel how you want to feel, but also respect my opinion. Nero Art said 90 is like one of my episodes. Yeah. I think a lot of people are hitting that like 100 limit. Oh, also, no need to say you're sorry or anything. I was just stating my opinion. Like, I'm just saying how I would take it. Other people may not take it that way. I just feel like, you know, we want to be respectful to each other. We got to build each other up here in this community. That's my whole plan and purpose. So feel free to express your opinion how you want to express it. Just do it in a respectful way, which is what you did. So I always want us to be able to have a dialogue so you guys can totally disagree with me and state your own opinions. Just as long as you're being respectful, it does not matter. Okay? So I hope you didn't take that like I was getting on to you or anything. I was just like we were just having a dialogue. I love to have a dialogue with someone who has a different viewpoint for me. So let's look at the next category. This is to hunt a vampirist, which, okay, this series Perry was bringing out is a new series, I guess, to Canvas, and so they re-entered for the contest. I'm just saying, like, look at that thumbnail. It's just so good. Okay, so the number of episodes, there are 2 episodes that are out. It has garnered 1,963 likes. They have a huge amount of subs, like the most subs here, like more than Love Struck. And they have 4,220, the number of comments they have. Killing with comments also. They have 216. That's across both episodes. So 2 episodes they managed to get that. And then the number of views that they have is 11,958. And they last posted on March 21st. So I feel like this series, I haven't read it, but all of the numbers indicate that it like really feeds into its fan base and like people are really supporting it. Okay, and our number 3, it goes to, I don't have the name written down. I missed it, oh no. Well, we're just gonna say Chronicles of Another. It's super easy to search up, and you have the picture here. The creator's name is there as well. So I just, like, looking at this series, it's pretty interesting because it has 11 episodes, and a lot of the, likes, comments, and whatnot are kind of lower on it, but somehow it managed to push itself to the top of the likes. And so it has 1,801 likes, which is really good. Like, if we look at it compared to the other 2, well, compared to Vampirist, like it's like 150 behind. And then the number of subs it has is pretty low. It has 310. The number of comments, it has a lot of comments, but again, that's across 11 episodes. So I don't know if they just like revamped their episodes to just post it again or what their strategy was, but it's doing pretty good on the likes front. And then the number of views that it's gotten is 7,560, and they last posted on March 13th, which is, I mean, you know, all of this is the beginning of the contest. So some of these series that were posted a little while ago are starting to gain traction. Like, people are finding them. So like we can see just from these stats here that there is a lot of engagement happening, despite the fact of how poorly, in my opinion, Webtoons is marketing the contest. Like, I forgot what the word was. Dang. Oh, you're working on your series as we speak. We love it. I can't wait to read your series. Miss Milan said, it's kind of crazy that Love Struck is still number 1 despite their last post being March 11th. I mean, it's not that surprising because like people will slowly pick up things sometimes. Like, it all depends, in my opinion. Like, especially if I don't know what the competitors are in the romance category right now, but maybe it's just really standing out because of its thumbnail. Maybe the artist is like really pushing it on TikTok or on their socials. Like, there's so many like outside factors that could be involved that is keeping this series relevant. We'll see next week if it still has its crown. All right, so let's move on to my topic of the week, which I'm super excited to get to. Oh, Beanworms, thank you so much. So the number 3 series is Chronicles of Another World. So I'm so sorry I didn't write the name down. I'm sorry to the creator, but definitely check out these 3 series, especially if you're entering in the romance category or the most gripping category. So most feels or most gripping. So definitely check out these series if that is your cup of tea and if you're a competitor in it, because you can kind of see like what they're doing, how they're doing it, how they're engaging their audience. And it might also be a really good idea to see how they're competing. Like, I mean, is it copying other people? Sure, but sometimes you can get a good strategy from copying somebody, and strategies are free, just saying. Chainsaw, hello, what is up? Perry said, I finished drawing my 2nd chapter today. Oh, that's awesome. I hope your colorist jumps on it for you. All right, so my topic for the week, Staying motivated. Okay, I know this is a little cheesy, and I know you guys are probably like, dude, I did not join this. Like, I'm just here for the stats. So if you were just here from the stats, I'm sorry, but you got to stay for the weekly topic. So I wanted to talk about staying motivated because I feel like a lot of people might be getting discouraged. Like, there's just so much going on. Like, when you look at the stats and you see a series that has like 3,000 plus like likes and subs, like that can be very intimidating. You look at the numbers for the entries and you think, oh my God, there's over 1,100 entries. Like, that is insane. And like, your mind can start to spiral. You're kind of like, how am I going to compete in this? How am I going to win? Especially if you really want to win. So that's why I'm just saying, like, it's really, really interesting to, take a step back and remember a lot of things, like why you entered the contest, and like just think about how you can stay motivated. Casey said, no, I need this. I'm unmotivated right now. That's why you're here. We're here to motivate you. Let's get to it. Okay, so number one, I thought it's really important to set a realistic goal. And I kind of touched on this earlier about the fact that there can only be 40 winners. Like, just keep in mind, like, art is subjective, and even if you do not win, that does not mean that your series is bad. So instead of thinking about the entire contest, remember that, one, you're doing this for free. So don't burden yourself too heavily. So just like take breaks with your workload, chop it up into like smaller bits, smaller milestones that can really help you to stay motivated. Like, when you look at the project in of itself, you can be like, oh my God, 120 panels, insanity. But maybe if you're like, okay, if I can do 10 panels this week and 10 panels next week, and I can just like jam all this out, I can really get stuff going. So that's what I'm saying. Like, kind of like rework your mind to not focus on the extremes of being like 120 panels. Focus on like 10 panels right now and just kind of like build from there. Okay, build a little bit. Like, don't be all over the place. Don't worry about like the next steps. Like, if you're on storyboards, focus on storyboards. Try not to focus on line art. Try not to focus on flats, coloring, all of that stuff. Like, just focus on what you're doing and like reward yourself when you make it to that next milestone. Like, that will make you feel so much better, in my opinion. And then I think it's really important to celebrate these little milestones. So if you do finish an episode, like, I don't know, treat yourself, go out to eat. I don't know, do something fun, get you a glass of wine, get you a cola, you know how I love cola, get you a coffee from like your favorite coffee shop, like go to the store, just do something fun to like really help keep yourself motivated. And like, I know it's a little weird to give yourself like a reward for doing something, but it can really make a big difference in your mental state to just like have those little treats in your mind. And I think like that's a nice part of doing this journey yourself. Like, you're so alone while you're making the comic. Like, even if you're making it with the team and whatnot, like the process can be very isolating. So just remember to be kind to yourself. Yeah, or just make yourself something nice. Next, I would say remember why you entered the contest, whether you wanted to just grow as a creator. So this could be just like, maybe this is your first time getting into webtoons, and so you're like, I'm finally taking the plunge, I'm putting my art out there, I'm putting my story out there. Like, focus on that aspect of it. Focus on the fact that, like, you now have a finished product to an extent, or you have a contest entry out in the world and people can read it and see your talent, see how amazing you are. And then think about, like, if you're on the other end and maybe you're trying to gain exposure, like you already have your series on Canvas or Tapas or wherever you might post your comic, and you're just like, I want to keep building, keep becoming like the mega boss that I am. Like, remind yourself about that. And then maybe you're entering this contest because you felt like, I want to challenge myself. Like, you wanted to make 16 series and enter all of the genre categories and just be a boss. Like, hey, just focus on the fact that you're trying to do the impossible. And so I think what's important about this and why I bring it up is because, like, if you don't have a clear focus, your mind can wander and it can lead into areas where you're kind of like pushing for things that maybe you didn't want, but now you're trying to pursue that, but you want to do this. And so it's good to just remind yourself why you entered. I entered not to become a Webtoon original creator, but to gain exposure. And so that can kind of help to balance your viewpoint on things and help you to not be like over the top invested in, one thing or another, especially if it was not your initial goal to enter. Next, I think it's really important to connect with other creators. I've talked to a few creators and they talked about how in the last contest, they didn't really talk to anybody in the community. They were very isolated and it burned them out. Like they did not feel motivated to keep working. They felt very isolated. So I would say if you can join a Webtoon community, so there are Discord servers, you can get a part of a social media group. Maybe there's an Instagram group, and just engage with the other contestants, like hearing their excitement about how they're finishing their project, how they're posting episodes. It can be like that driving force to make you want to finish your episodes, finish your posts. And it kind of like gives you a little bit of accountability because everybody in the server is probably going to be like, my God, where's your comic? I can't wait to read your comic. And then you're like, bruh, I got to put something out. So, and you can take inspiration from the people who are in the server with you or in the community with you, like seeing their entries, seeing the skill, the quality, like listening to them talk about their stories. It can all be super, super motivating. So like, do not underestimate having like a little bit of a community. Miss Milan said, this contest really pushed me to learn special effects and do more anatomy practice. My art in general already improved, even though my comic entry is still in the storyboarding process. Like, that's amazing. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, there's so much that you can learn within this contest that is invaluable. Like, and I'm not saying this to you, Milan. I'm just saying, like, so even if a person does not win, like, you can think about everything that you obtained and gained while you're in the contest. Your art leveled up, your connections grew, your, writing improved, your, I don't know. I'm trying to think of things off the cuff in my head. Like, there's just so many areas of improvement that you could have. Maybe your marketing improves because people share their strategies with you and you can see traction. And so maybe like when you post on socials, you can see the traction. So there's just so much to learn as you continue to do this stuff. Prince Boring, what is up, Prince? Might have to do, oh wait, are you talking about, y'all are talking to each other. What's going on? I missed it. I don't want to scroll back too far at the moment. Like, I want to get through the rest of this, but whatever's happening, I'm wishing that person all of the best. Number 4, avoiding burnout. So I kind of touched on this a little bit, but it's super tempting to overwork yourself. And I say this because like earlier, someone mentioned that their first episode is like 90 panels. Insanity. Do not hurt yourself. Like, I understand wanting to tell the story in the way that you want to tell it, but also there are some parameters set on the contest that make it slightly reasonable. Like 40 panels is not too crazy within a 6-month contest where you're making a story from scratch. So I just say this, like, if every episode is 100 panels, like, you're tripling the amount of work you have to do almost. That's 300 panels that you would have to do. So just remember to be kind to yourself. Do not, like, you're not getting paid, as I have mentioned before. Like, you are doing this for free, and it is not guaranteed that you are going to get the contract. So do not work yourself to the bone. So just remember to take short breaks, get up and stretch, and even stepping away from a day. I know that's insanity with like 50 days left, but you might need a day to actually, process everything, to rejuvenate. And like, I mean, I would say just take a break from what you're doing. Like, maybe you could still draw, maybe you could still write a little bit, but maybe you limit yourself. But sometimes it's just so good to come back with like a fresh mind, fresh eyes, and just get it from there. And I know it's going to be hard. I know it really is, but like, seriously, take some sort of breaks. Like, you do not want to burn out and then after the contest be like, I'm not drawing for the next 6 months. Like, that would be so detrimental to all of the growth and all of the experience and all of the skills that you gained for you to go stagnant after the contest. Like, remember, we want to traject up. We don't want to plateau. We don't want to go back down. We want to keep moving forward, okay? So just remember, like, doing these little things, it can like recharge you, and it can really help to prevent that creative exhaustion where like maybe you're just hitting like block after block after block. So just like I said, remember, balance out the contest. And then the last thing, which is the hugest thing for me, and I don't know, like, we don't talk about perfectionism enough, I think, but like it's so much more important to focus on a progress. Like, focusing on a finished product over perfection will always hands down be the better option. And as someone who often struggles with wanting like things to be perfect, things to be exactly the way I want them, like I want it to be like serial killer level perfection where like the room could have been like with 10, this is a terrible analogy, let me stop, but like I really want perfection a lot, and especially in my day-to-day life, in my work life, and like in a lot of things that I do. Like I love that sort of level of like completion. So for the contest, I'm trying my best to break away from that. I'm doing my best to like go with like this is good enough and keep moving instead of stopping and focusing on like spending 3 days on one panel when I could have gotten 20 done. Like that's where I'm coming from, is like sometimes we can get stuck in these loops where we're only hindering ourselves. So we all have room to grow. We all have areas of improvement. So no panel is going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be 1,000%. So instead of aiming for perfection, focus on telling your story the best way that you can right now. So Tina Fey said, serial killer perfection, excuse me, I don't want to explain. I don't want to explain. Okay, I'm sure I'm gonna hear that in the comments. People are gonna be like, Apollo, explain. I refuse. So just stay motivated the best that you can. These are just some helpful tips that I thought could be really useful, like realistic goals, remembering why you entered, connecting with others, avoiding burnout, and then focusing on progress instead of perfection, I think is all the best ways to go, okay? All right, so my question to the community: what keeps you motivated during a big creative project? So with the Webtoon 2025 contest coming up, like what are you doing to stay, motivated? What are you doing to stay excited? Like how are you connecting with other people? Like what are you doing? Like I just want to hear it all. So we'll enter a question in comments now. So if you have anything that you want to say, I'm down for it. Rex said, I'm taking too many breaks, which is why I'm so behind schedule. Dude, I feel that. Like, that's me sometimes. I'm like, I could be doing something else, but instead, I'm gonna make a YouTube video. And although, like, my YouTube videos are low effort in terms of, like, I'm not doing a bunch of different stills, and I'm basically just using like PowerPoint. Like it still takes me time to put the PowerPoint together. It still takes me time to like type out my thoughts so that you guys can see it. So there's still work going on that does take away all of like sometimes takes away time that I could be spending working on my own comic, which I'm completely fine with. Like, as I've told you guys so much, like I am not planning to win this contest. I have no desire at this time to be an original. So like with all of that being said, I'm just saying, for me, taking away time from working on my contest entry to do a YouTube video for you guys is well worth it, because I get so much joy and I have so much fun just getting on and yapping with you guys about like the contest and webtoons and writing and art. Like I just get all of my endorphins from that. So like the contest is kind of secondary. That sounds insane, but I promise I'm doing my best to finish. Like I am actively working on it. That's why we didn't stream yesterday. Like I was working on my contest entry. Delphi, hello. Let's see. Delphi said, except that some panels are gonna look bad and move on. Yeah, that's how I'm trying to be. I'm just like, these hands look terrible. Can we tell what's going on with them? We can? Great. Moving on to the next one. Queso said, what if the story is bad to begin with? I mean, we all have to start somewhere. So I'm not sure if you're talking about you or somebody else, but hey, we've all written something bad. I know a lot of my first stories were probably like straight up trash, but I had so much fun writing them. Like there's nothing like writing a trash story and being proud of it. Like I can think of the days in middle school where I thought I was really doing something. Like I thought I was um like Nicholas Sparks or like George R. R. Martin or something like that, like Stephen King. Like I thought I was like, these stories eat. And now when I look back on them, I'm just like, dude, what is this? Why were they like running from a ninja and then like they entered that old lady's house and she started baking them cookies? What happened to the ninja? Were they not just like in an Iceland and now like they're on a volcano? Like, does this house teleport? Like, does it get up and walk? But I promise you, like the young me thought like I was eating every sentence, every panel that I drew. So I'm just saying, like, we all gotta start somewhere, and it might be bad, but it's so fun. Part of the fun of being a creative is the process, is making the product. Like I wish sometimes we didn't have to deal with like the business aspects of things. Like I love business, but sometimes it's exhausting, especially when you're attached to something so greatly. It's so hard to differentiate like those feelings and like wear your business hat on one side and wear your creative hat on another side. It's just so hard. And like for people to like reject your product or reject your storytelling or art, it can be very hurtful. But it's one of those things where I've learned to not place all of my value in whatever I'm creating. Like to an extent, I will say like, yes, I find this to be enjoyable. I find it to be good to a relative extent, but I also know that there are going to be people out there that are going to hate this, and there are going to be people out there that are going to love this. I don't know how I got on this topic. Why am I talking about this? But basically, if you like it, I love it. That's such a great way to end that rant. Okay. Perry Pitcher said, feeling called out. Spent exactly 3 days on my opening panel. Okay, listen, I will co-sign extra work on an opening panel. Like if it slayed, Perry, it slayed. Because if it didn't, I'm gonna be like, girl, you should have moved on. No, I won't say anything. But listen, if you felt it was worth it for your entry to like go that hard, then I'm not going to blame you. I went pretty hard on my opening panel too. I think my panel 2 goes super hard. Bix, what's up? Hello everyone. You're difficult to know when to stop. Yeah, it is pretty difficult to know that. You just got to balance it out. Yep. The opening panel is super important. Nero said being broke. What are we talking about, Nero? Why are you broke? Like, do we need to Venmo you? Delphi said, people can't treat every panel as an illustration. That's what I really want, though. Like, I'm waiting for, like, there to be, like, a Miyazaki webtoon. Like, one where it's just, like, every panel eats. It's, like, a long, flowing panel every episode. Like, that's what I'm waiting for. Like, that level of amazing. Say, what are you talking about? You're a fan? I'm a fan and a hater of mediocrity. Listen, I love mediocrity. Like that, what is it? Drama flicks, Tubi, all of that stuff. I eat that stuff up. Like it's so bad. I'm like, is this where people go that can't act but really, really want to be actors? Oh, y'all, there's so many. I get so many ads now because I downloaded that stupid thing that it annoys me, but I also love it at the same time. I'm just like, oh, it's so bad. I can't wait to watch this. That is my guilty pleasure. I want to force y'all to watch it with me one day. Prince Boring said, I've been super motivated by hanging with you guys, and the Discord servers is nice to not feel alone in this. I'm so glad that you're here, Prince. Like, it's been a lot of fun to get to know everybody. Like, I got to chat with Prince the other day in Discord, and it was just a fun time. We were just vibing and hanging out and, you know, busting each other up. I love when I feel like we vibe together. I love to pick at people. It's just the way I roll. Sean said, all questions really need to circle back to that serial killer reference. No, they don't. Do not reference that again. It is done. Perry Pitcher said, I can see and appreciate the work put into your videos. Yeah, you too, Perry. From one live streamer to another. Like, I love the support. Lewis said, I started a 15 people group day 1, and I've been reading up on all Apollo videos and finally got to read some contestant entries. What? That's awesome. I'm glad that you found your people, and I'm glad that I could be one of them to help motivate you. Bean, seeing other people's whips and entries always hypes me up. It hypes me up sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like, dang, the quality. So it just depends. It depends. Say said, but honestly, it's fun just doing webcomics and sharing a story. I don't think of winning, but if I do, it'll be all right. Yeah, like, I mean, the only reason that I would even be somewhat interested in winning the contest is for the money. Like, they can keep the contract. Just give me the money. Like, I long for the days when people used to be like, thank you for the money, and, like, not release the original Webtoon. Webtoons got smart on that one, unfortunately. Can we get a time machine, please? Panelin said, I wish I heard this before I quit. Someone got a time machine. Panelin, you quit? What? Please release your story still. I want to read it after the contest. Sean said, Apollo knows that even if he does make it to the finals, the intern is coming for his throat. Listen. So I already know if they push me forward, I feel like it's going to be some sort of conspiracy so that I can keep making videos about the contest. like they're going to be like, there's no way we're offering him anything, but push him through so he can keep making videos. like the Webtoon intern. Listen, I emailed them the other day and I felt like I got some tune back from one of them because I asked them a specific question and they responded by putting something in quotes, and I was like, dang, like nobody else's like emails read unprofessional. This read like, bruh, I know who you are. I know why you're asking. Like, don't play me. Like, it was intense. I had a little bit of a boom moment. I was like, dude, what did I do here? It was kind of funny though. Like, I love creating these delusions in my head. I bet homeboy didn't even know who I was. He was like, what the heck? This is a dumb question. Lucid said, so for the edges of every panel, do you normally avoid putting a panel because it cuts off and you're not sure if your art would match in the end? By the way, I use Clip Studio. I cannot answer that because I am winging it all. Like, my paneling is not very good. I'm not very experienced. I just have like read and I'm kind of following the example of webtoons that I like. So I'm not really am I doing panels all the way to the edge? I think I am. I think I'm just going with what feels right, to be honest. I'm sorry I couldn't help you, Lucia. Hopefully somebody responded to that. Raccoon said, I'm happy to have found this community, but I think I might be bowing out from the contest at this time. Oh no, Raccoon, what happened? I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I mean, do whatever is best for you. Like, don't mentally stress. I would still love to read your series in the future. Miss Milan said, I love corny self-indulgent stories. I do too. I love corny self-indulgent stories when they know that they're corny and self-indulgent. Like, I hate whenever a series does not realize that it's like not eating at all. And I'm like, dude, like, don't take it so seriously because none of us are. Like, I thought you were in on the joke too. Like that's the vibe that I need. Like, if it feels like it's not that, I'm just like, dude, I can't participate in this. Lord. Bix said, I just want to finish the project. Yes, you can do it. I have confidence in my drawing skills, but it is my first comic ever. Bruh, like, I mean, it's not my first comic, but I will say this is the first one I put in, I feel like, this amount of work. Like, all my other ones I've really struggled, but this is really forcing me to, like, draw. Writing's never been the problem. It's the drawing. So I just want to finish under the deadline to prove to myself. That's me too. Like, Bix, we are in it together. Can we lock in? Can we pinky promise that we're going to make this happen? Like, please, Bix, let's make it happen. Sean said, remember that your masterpiece is always buried under 1,000 pieces of trash. The only way is to write through them all. Yep, I agree with that. Intern is gonna get promoted and become Apollo's editor. That's where the forced proximity starts. My lord continues. Like the webtoon, like this webtoon is just writing itself at this point. Like, can you imagine? Oh my god, it's like Let's Play. Like I'm living Let's Play right now. Oh, I'm cracking myself up about this. Okay. Everybody's agreeing self-indulgent stories are the best. Rex said, I put all my completed pages in one folder and I read it daily. Seeing how many I've created so far and being able to read it like a comic gives me a sense of accomplishment and keeps me motivated. Okay. Funny story. Like I kind of did something similar back in the day. So when I was doing conventions, I was doing traditional art and I had this binder. I was doing everything on like 8x11 paper. Anyway, I'm getting too sidetracked with the details. So I was putting all of my finished pieces in this binder and I was separating it by year. And so whenever I was feeling like, oh my good grief, I'm not growing or I'm not whatever, like I would look at that binder and I would like look at like drawings from like 2014 and 2015. And I was like, dang, you did grow, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it just made me feel so good about myself that like, no, like my art is improving. My skill is improving. Like I am improving as an artist. I loved it. Like very self-indulgent. I feel that, Rex. We are kindred spirits. Say you're trash as someone's treasure. I mean, look at Twilight. Do not disrespect Twilight like that, but also I agree. Raccoon said 2 months is not enough time for a newbie webtoonist like me, but I'm still going to do my first webtoon. Let's go, Raccoon. Like, do it. Do it. Nero, you didn't say what motivates you. Delphi said, for people having a hard time doing time management, you could give the Pomodoro method a try. Pomodoro method? I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look it up, Delphi. Jeffrey Jackson Perry. Should I drop my first episode as soon as I finish or wait until I finish all the episode? I'm worried after dropping the first one, there won't be consistency on release dates because it's taking a while. I say go with your heart, to be honest. Like, yes. Oh, we have two Perrys. So we have Perry 1 and Perry 2. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think if you cannot wait, then go ahead and release it. Like, why not? And just roll with it. Like, I wouldn't worry about consistency at this point. Like, I feel like releasing right now is just for funsies. Like, as you saw, some of the top webtoons right now are just kind of haphazard. They're just releasing as they want to, in my opinion. Sean said there can only be one Perry fight. Do we fight on this channel? Do we want to start a fight club? I don't know, Sean. That might not be the vibe. SETI, I'm working with a partner with my comic and I was big on using shortcuts for this, but then he reminded me if we're gonna do this, we may as well give it our all. So now I'm trying to find a balance. Yeah, finding a balance is hard, but you'll figure it out the more you work in it. Like, I think focusing on completion is still more important, especially with like 50 days left. Like, what episode are you on, SETI? Oh my good grief. The Perry battle has started. I need an illustration of this. Guys, if you're not following Perry, you can check out her YouTube channel, Perry Pictures. Support her. She live streams too. I linked one of her videos in my last video or the video before if you just need a quick link. But Perry, you can also throw up your link in the chat for anybody who's interested, who needs some more Webtoon stuff to listen to. Beanworm said, how do you think Webtoons is going to get through all the entries? Thousands of entries is a lot. Do you want my honest opinion? Like, or do you want like my more, do you want my honest unfiltered opinion, or do you want my positive opinion? Like that would make the difference, because both are true and both can be accurate. So but one is more negative than the other, so you decide, Bean, what you want. Penny Perry said my new goal is to panel like Jay. Ooh, Jay getting the compliments. Say said, don't shoot yourself down when you never got up, guys. Yeah, don't do that. Like, just keep trucking away. Yes, yes, oatmeal and peaches. We still got time. I promise we do. You still have time to join a Discord. You still have time to find friends, make friends, to get all the support that you need. Lynn said, so glad I found this community. I did my first webtoon in complete isolation and went insane. I'm not gonna lie, we're all kind of mad over here. So, I mean, your insanity is fitting in perfectly. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. Yeah, don't do it alone if you don't have to. Jay is talking to Perry. Oh, Pollo! My fearless cult leader. All praise Pollo and all support the Pollo cult. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Or am I? You'll have to join our Discord to find out. Miss Milan said, I do 3 to 4 storyboard drafts before sketching phase. Dang, that's a lot of work. That's smart, though. I don't have time. Lou said, resisting talking about Twilight like that. I mean, we all know what Twilight is. Oh, Pomodoro method is what Rachel used for her work in Lore Olympus. I remember reading something where she was talking about her method for working on the webtoon. It's been a minute. But I think I kind of know what you're talking about. Like, was that where she was like setting the timer or whatever? And like she was taking like a lot of breaks over and over again. I was like, girl, I couldn't get nothing done if I was doing that. Cog said, my motivation is to make my readers cry. Dude, no, but I love it. I love a tragedy. Tragedy is my favorite genre. With my contest entry, I made a lot of people cry if the comments are true. We'll see. Cod, you are the type of, if you're writing that type of story, that's what I want to read. So please message me so I can read it. Nero said, what? My motivation, me, to be honest, is the prize pool. I mean, that is fair. Like, legit. It's a decent amount of money. I used to swear to never join Webtoons, but man, this is too attractive to dismiss. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna stomp on anybody's dreams or anything. So I just will say this: like, balance your viewpoint. I'm not saying you can't win, but I'm just saying, like, do the thing. Do the best that you can do and be proud of what you make. Delphi said, it's about timing work, time and small breaks, then longer breaks. Yeah, I remember that. There are apps and videos for it. Yes. Casey said, I don't know, but music motivates me. Make a playlist for your comic and listen to it. That makes me want to do my comic. I do listen to like very angsty music when I'm working on my comic. So Palin said, back when I was trying, I drew for like 18 hours without a break, and I think that's what made me drop out. Dude, that's insanity. Panelin, do not do that again. 18 hours? Dude, what? No. Sadie said, still working on episode 1, but halfway through. Okay, listen. At this point, Sadie, like, just focus on finishing. Like, I know you were saying, like, you're trying to do your best to, like, give it your all. Yes, give it your all, but also focus on finishing. Say said, I'm kind of worried if anyone wins, how long will it take each person to actually post an originals? And is the main contest winner from the last contest is just waiting for the animation to be done? So I need to research that, but from what I understood, the studio that was supposed to make that animation closed. So I'm really curious if Webtoons is still going to do it or not. I bet there's some clause in there that's like, oh, if we have 19 million years to make the animation. Sorry, we weren't clear. Queso said, "How will you do your backgrounds, Pantheon?" I've been drawing mine. Like I've been on that crazy behavior. Like, don't be like me. Do not draw backgrounds if you don't have to. Like, mine has like a coliseum, and it has like huge gates in it, and it has like a bunch of random crap that I'm just like, dude, what was I thinking? Why did I do this to myself? Like, in my mind, I was like, oh, I'll just draw the coliseum once, and I'll just reuse that panel over and over again. I'm doing that in some instances, but sometimes it doesn't make sense. So I'm just like, oh wait, that's the outside, but they're on the inside, so it look completely different. It is driving me insane. Like, every time I have to make a new panel for the Coliseum, I'm just like, why did I do this? Why did I not invest in like Akon or something? But I'm just rolling with it. I'm too far in to drop out now. Unfiltered? No, no, no. Bean has to want the unfiltered. You can't decide. Bean said, honest truth, Apollo, go off, King. Okay, okay. So, in my opinion, I don't think that the judges or the panel or the board is going to read all of the series. I think either Webtoons is going to use AI, because they already use AI. Like, if you did not know, it's a part of like it's in their wheelhouse somehow. And they have like a machine that goes through and flags stuff already, so I feel like it'll go through and it has some sort of parameters to pick out good series. Like, it might be based off of popularity or likes or something, and I feel like that's why they push that so hard, because they're like, oh, our little robot thing is going to go by and pick up the series. I also think, in addition to the robot, they have like interns that are actively reading, looking for series and whatnot, probably looking for certain parameters like style wise. Does it look like a Webtoon original? Does the story, is it structured like a Webtoon original? Stuff like that. And so, like, between the two of them, they'll probably narrow it down to like 500 to 1,000 entries, depending on how many it is. Like, if it is a huge amount of number, I do feel like they'll narrow it down to that. Who knows? Maybe some of the judges are looking currently at series and whatnot, but I do think like there's going to be some sort of, we narrowed it down to the series that we would like to invest in, because at the end of the day, it does not make sense for Webtoons to invest in series that either, one, are already on the platform that they feel are doing really well, and will be competition with their other series. I mean, they could, but I feel like it doesn't make 100% sense. So I feel like Webtoons would shrink the pool down to what they want, or what they're looking for the market, and then give it to the judges. Because if the judges all pick series that Webtoons would never invest in, it would not make sense. The only way I feel like it would be an honest competition is if there was like really random series in there that the judges were just like, yes, let's let this 13-year-old series go through. And the reason I say that is because I feel like Webtoons would never invest in that type of series, because even when we looked at the last contest, all of the Webtoons had a certain quality, a certain level of professionalism to them, that I feel like Webtoons, I could see these series being Webtoon originals. So that's why I say that. Like, I feel like it's gonna be really sus, and especially if the numbers get huge. I'm just being honest. If I was a judge, I could not like look through. I mean, maybe if I was getting paid. I don't think these people are getting paid, but I could not look through 10,000 comics. Like, that's just too many. Like 5,000 comics, just too many. I'm just being honest. If you want to join the Discord, you need to message Pollo. Pollo is the one that handles all of this stuff. Not really, but I'm forcing it upon Pollo at this point. I'm trying to find where I was in the stream. Oh, good night, Delphi. Yeah, okay, so the last contest, the first place winner was supposed to get an animation of their comic. It never happened. Neither did 9 other Webtoons happen. Nero said, I use my 3D degree to make background renders. Ooh, I'm jealous. Prince Boring said, I've also been drawing my BGs. What are BGs? And I don't think they're very good, but I'm happy to draw them. Maybe I'll improve at them. Oh, backgrounds. I always wanted to get better at backgrounds. Yeah, backgrounds are insanity. Like, it's so hard to do because I don't necessarily, I need to study perspective more, and I need to understand like how to actually do backgrounds, because like I feel like I focus too much on everything being highly detailed. So then like it's kind of like it's too much, if you know what I mean. Like it, everything draws attention to itself. So like the panels sometimes do not have like a decent enough focal point. And so I've been kind of like in my mind, I'm like, I'll just add blur effect to this. I'll add blur effect to this. But I feel like that's not the right way to do it. Oh my good grief, Rex. Rex is like, it's time to get that MacBook Air. I want to listen. I'm getting a external hard drive thingy this week, so I'm going to put everything that's on my laptop onto that, so that all of my files and documents are backed up. And then I'm going to seriously contemplate getting a new computer. Although I don't know what's going on tonight, because like my desktop, my iPad, like my phone, none of it was working. Like it was insane behavior. Oh, stealthy mouse, squeak. Yes, I'm broadcasting with sheer power. Like nothing can stop me from reaching you guys on the computer. I got them godly powers tonight. Like this, I basically just told the stream like you can't end. Like I'm not done chatting yet. Yes, thank you for confirming that you guys can hear me. It is never a dull moment over here. Like I experience more technical difficulties like streaming than I do like like I feel like I am constantly struggling with on the technical side every week. Like you guys, the lore over here is crazy. Yeah, Seti, join the Discord. Come hang out. Come chat with all of the cool kids. Yeah, they do have stricter rules because of past winners. I don't like it. Yes, yes. It's the power of friendship that made this stream possible. All right, I'm going to wrap up here. I don't want... Oh my good grief. Of course, the moment I say I'm going to wrap up here, my desktop is like, we're back online. Are we, desktop? Why are you doing this to me? Abs was not mentioned tonight. That is insane. This is one of the few streams that we've gone through that I have not mentioned abs. So thank you, Andy. Like, honestly, at this point, every video that I do not say anything about abs, I need to be penalized. Like, you guys decide what the punishment is. Okay, so for this week's creator shout out, it is going to go to the amazing series entitled Graceless. Please screenshot the series, check it out on Webtoons. I have it linked down below. It is by one of the amazing people in the community. So if you guys don't know, like I'm shouting out everybody who I know is entering the contest that's in this community. So like, look at that art style. It's so beautiful. I love contrasting characters. Like, they just look so good. It's so polished. It's so perfect. Like, please support it. Give it all of the likes and the hearts. Perry kind of talked about it earlier, but they mentioned how the paneling is like, it is so worth it. Like please, please, please support my bestie. Support everyone else. Like, there's so many creators that deserve, you know, just a look at their series. So if you have time, please make time for them. I haven't gotten any new fan art in a while, and I've been too lazy to change the illustration. But fan art corner is always up. I cannot wait to receive new fan art. I'm going to take this down probably for the next video so I can advertise more Patreon stuff. But thank you so much to my patrons. Like, having you guys over on the Patreon side, I just do not know like why you guys support me sometimes, but I love it. I appreciate it so much, and I want to make as much content for patrons as possible. I really need to dedicate more time to that. So guys, if I do start to do less videos, that probably means that I'm doing more for patrons that are supporting me. But thank you all so much for all that you do. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me and letting me yap about webtoons. Thank you for dealing with my technical difficulties and my romance with the webtoon intern. Like, there's just so much happening over here that it's just nonstop. All right, well, I will talk to you guys in the future. I can't wait to hang out with you guys. Hopefully, we'll get another stream in this week. All right, bye-bye.